like to say to Your Honor that I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Mr. Uche, let me inquire, are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present right now?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
The defense would wish to present a motion to reconsider sentence and file it in standard.
It is timely filed.
Thank you, Judge.
And let me say, I've obviously considered the sentence of great length. And it's timely filed, so it's preserved for purposes of appeal. Motion to reconsider sentence is respectfully denied. Is there another? One second. Anything else? Just a second. Is there going to be a notice of appeal filed?
Yes, Judge. We found a notice of appeal. We're going to be emailing to the clerk right now, to the office.
You doing it in standard? And are you going to be having an appeal?
Judge, as of now, yes.
Well, you have to commit to.
Yes, Judge. Yes, we found the notice of appeal.
All right. Notice of appeal may be filed. Charlotte, and now I need the prosecutors to work with Charlotte, the probation officer, to work out probation specifications with the conditions I just explained. 150 days in the county jail, restitution of fines, and also statutory DNA and cost order as well. That's statutory. So you have to fill out the probation specifications. Now I'm going to get somebody to help you do that. You need to get that done in standard.
Your Honor, if I may, in light of the notice of appeal, we would ask that you suspend the jail sentence in light of the in-state filing of the notice of appeal.
Did I do what?
Suspend the jail sentence in light of the notice of filing of appeal.
That would be respectfully denied.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
if it can be stayed in light of our notice of appeal.
No, I'm not saying, no. The wheels of justice turn slowly. And sometimes the hammer of justice has to fall, and it's falling right here, right now. I'm not staying this. This happens right here, right now. Shot.
Judge, I know you said this, that Mrs. Smollett didn't get
I'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
All right, any other matters to come before the court today? All right, defendants are remanded for custody sheriff. Court is adjourned.
It's your boy King Marko in the building, here to give y'all some game. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it. What a shame. What a shame. Jussie Smollett sentenced to 6 months in jail. Really 5, but they said 6. Oh well. He got sentenced to 6 months in jail. Wow. Really? Really, Jussie? Are you really going to sit there and hold this lie all the way to the end? Really? There is nobody in the world that believes you. Okay? Nobody. Okay? Nobody believes him. And he had the nerve to sit there and use 400 years of slavery. Really? 400 years of slavery? You actually going to bring black people in the mix of this? Really? You want to equate yourself to a slave who was really beaten, who really faced hate crimes? You really going to put yourself in that same boat? Really? Wow, Jussie. You know, normally I stand with my brothers and my sisters when it comes to the courtroom. Well, on this one, I can't. Okay, I can't sit by and sit there and say that, oh, Jussie Smollett, he shouldn't have got no jail time. Jussie Smollett should have got 6 years in jail for this. 6 years. Okay, and the only reason why he only got 6 months was because he's Jussie Smollett from Empire, and that he got a heavy attachment to the LGBTQ community. And he got a heavy attachment to Don Lemon and the Obamas, and all this shit is political. That's the only reason why he got 6 months in jail. If this is me or anybody else, I'd have got 6 years in jail for this. Jussie Smollett should have got 6 years, just not because of a crime, not because that he faked this crime, but he should have got 6 years in jail because he was stupid. Who the hell is gonna believe that 2 white boys in Chicago beat up a nigga because they were Trump supporters? Who the hell would believe that shit in Chicago, of all places? Okay. Now, I know there's some badass white boys out there in the world. I know there are. There's some bad white boys out there, but I don't know if they're going to start off in Chicago with this shit. Really? Chicago, of all places? Okay. I can see Columbus, Ohio. Or I can see, Houston, Texas. Or Virginia Beach. Somewhere around that realm. Bad news, Newport News, Virginia. I can see if it's one of them places. Chicago. You really believe that? You really want me to believe that 2 white boys went to Chicago to beat up a nigga? Really? Cut it out. Cut it out. Okay? Let's cut it out right now. Nobody believed that shit. I half-heartedly believed it. Half-heartedly when it wasn't no news that he had faked this whole thing. Okay? This right here sets black people back, because now let's say 2 white boys do beat up a black person. They're gonna look at it with a side eye now, because they're always gonna come back to Jussie Smollett. They always gonna, the white police, and the people that's in charge at the police station and the district attorney's office that's white, they always gonna look with a side eye and say, is this another Jussie Smollett situation? We might have to dig a little bit deeper before we start prosecuting people. Okay, all because of him. And I'm surprised white folks didn't dig deep on this one. They should have dug deep on this one and said, I knew these niggers was lying. Talking about they was getting lynched and getting shot by the police unjustly. I knew them niggas was lying. That's what them white folks, I'm surprised white folks didn't get out there and say that shit. Because Jussie Smollett is the perfect example to use. This boy was lying all the way down to the last day. Okay? Had the nerve to sit there and say that he's innocent. Innocent from what? Wow. Jussie, you gonna keep this lie going all the way to the end? Really? Really? This shit just backfired. All of this shit was to make Donald Trump look bad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And it backfired. This was a political situation from day one. They used Jussie to be the patsy. He's the patsy in this situation. He's taking all the blame for this. Okay? He's taking all the blame. And he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna rat out nobody that was involved. But this is a conspiracy. To be honest with you, he ain't the only one involved in this. He should have went down for the conspiracy. If they could have found 2 more, because the two black dudes that's involved, that makes 3. If they could have found 2 more people to really make this a conspiracy. Okay, and that's even worse. Okay, they conspired for this. This is a conspiracy, and this shit right here smells LGBTQ all over it. Okay, they was behind all this shit, and it's a win-win situation. It makes Trump look bad, and Jussie Smollett, he had a #1 album in the world. It was a win-win situation, but it backfired. You know how it backfired? They got evidence on Jussie doing some dumb shit. See, he not a street nigga. He needed a street nigga to get out of this, or a white boy that worked for the CIA in this situation, because they'd have told his black ass, hey, nigga, you better not buy no lasso, no gasoline, and no bullshit at the store. You must be crazy. You don't need nothing to attach you to this crime. This dude go out there and buy all the utensils and shit, buy all the things that you need, all the things they need to make this thing look like a robbery gone bad. Okay, this is amateur at the Apollo, man. This Showtime at the Apollo with this shit. Okay, he didn't have the right people around, and then have the nerve to pay these niggas $2,500. Really? That's all you gonna pay these niggas is $2,500 for this shit? Nigga, you needed $250,000 a piece for this. $2,500, man. You must be crazy. Ain't nobody. That's why I knew he's stupid. Ain't nobody about to be doing no dumbass, don't be doing no shit like this where you can get a whole bunch of time for $2,500. Ain't nobody about to do that. You know they're gonna be knocking back at your door trying to blackmail you again. This retarded. And then he got the nerve to come out here and talk about he innocent. And he wants to make sure that he's not suicidal. And that he don't want to turn up dead in jail. Don't nobody want your black ass. Don't nobody care about you. You're doing 5 months in the joint. You're doing 5 months in jail, county jail. You ain't going to prison. You going to the county jail. Okay, now that ain't cool either. But shit, nigga, you only doing 6 months in the jail, man. And you crying and screaming like this, like a little girl, man. You better go. You better go. R. Kelly was hit with some real shit. You ain't never seen that nigga cry. That nigga ain't shed not one motherfucking tear. This boy sitting out here crying. All over 6 months of jail. And then you go and they got the nerve to file an appeal. Nigga, is you out your mind filing an appeal on 6 months? Is you crazy? There's niggas out there that be filing appeals and they doing 60 years. R. Kelly gonna be filing appeals till he dead out this motherfucker. And you talking about filing an appeal for 6 months. Nigga, you better go do your time and go about your business. What's wrong with y'all? Running out here talking about I'm innocent. Nigga, you crazy. You dumb. All these motherfucking LGBTQ motherfuckers, they better not get behind this nigga. Y'all better go home and lick y'all motherfucking wounds. This shit over. And you better pray that the feds don't come in and start doing some more investigation, because they should have done some more investigation on this shit. Because this could have led to a conspiracy charge where his black ass be in jail for 15, 20 years on a conspiracy charge. He's lucky his black ass only got 6 months. And now he want to file an appeal. He don't want to do the time for this shit. They talking about they want to let him suspend his sentence until the appeals come through. Niggas, you crazy? Go sit your motherfucking ass in that jail and go about your business. Can't do 6 months for this shit. You should have got 6 years. You should have been saying, thank God. Thank you, Judge, for only giving me 6 months in jail. Thank you. I thought I was looking at 30 years. He getting 6 months, and he got the nerve to file an appeal on this shit, talking about I'm innocent. Nigga, you ain't innocent. You guilty as charged. There ain't nothing in here. There ain't nothing in this case that can make me sit there and say, well, I don't know. They might be railroading Jussie on this one. Jussie getting railroaded on this one. You know, there's more evidence in the R. Kelly case that says that R. Kelly might have been entrapped in this situation than Jussie Smollett. I feel more sorry for R. Kelly than Jussie Smollett. Nigga, you must be crazy. The fuck out of here talking about you innocent. You ain't innocent. You guilty. And then his family talking about, well, send me to jail too. Grandma, sit your ass down. Okay, sit your ass down before they do take your black ass to jail. Okay, sit down. Okay, you ain't got no business running off at the mouth. All y'all should be sitting out there like some poor black folks sitting on the porch, thanking God that this nigga ain't go to jail for 100 years. That's what y'all should be doing. Y'all should be saying, thank God. There is a God. That's what y'all niggas should be saying. Not this bullshit. Well, if you gonna send him to jail, send me too. Sit your old ass down. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear none of this. Y'all done made black folks look bad. Real bad. MAGA sitting out there, people that believe in the Trump supporter, they sitting there laughing. Saying, I knew these niggas was up to no good. I knew it. I knew these niggas was no good. I knew these niggas would jump off the board eventually. I knew one of these niggas was going to be acting like they got beat up. He out here doing this shit for a career. People didn't notice that in between all this shit, he had an album to be dropped. So it was perfect timing for him to get beat up by MAGA supporters and then turn around, have the number one album have the number one album in the world just because they feel sorry for him getting beat up. It was a perfect plan, kind of, but the execution was horrible. Jussie had bought all the damn utensils to make this shit go. He buying the rope, buying the gasoline, giving these niggas $250. Y'all crazy. Y'all needed a street nigga on this shit. Or y'all need somebody working for the CIA or the FBI to make this thing a go. Hiring 2 niggas from Nigeria. Is you crazy? 2 niggas from Nigeria. And then here they go talking about Nigerian lives matter. If you don't get your black ass out the motherfucking way before we take your green card, nigga, his green card should have been revoked for this. Talking about Nigerian lives matter. Nigga, with a white girl. He talking about Nigerian lives matter, and he walking around with a white girl. Nigga, this shit is comical, man. Comical. To even look at this shit, man. This is embarrassing. They embarrass the whole LGBTQ community. They sitting there looking crazy too. They looking at Jussie with a side eye. And if they bet not, I bet not see no damn protest talking about free Jussie Smollett. Nigga, you better get out the motherfucking way. LGBTQ, go sit your motherfucking ass down and don't say nothing. And this nigga only got 6 months. He should have got 6 years. That's what he should have got. But no, they can't let him go to jail. What a waste. What a waste. This dude right here is a disgrace to the community. I'm gonna have to say that this nigga is no longer black at this point. His black card should be taken away. Straight up. I can honestly say that this nigga should not say the word nigga for the rest of his life. Straight up. On everything. He should go to his white side now. He's a white boy now. This some shit white people do. And I can't even be mad at white people. They get mad at black folks for this shit. I can't even be mad at them right now. Because we be mad at them when that shit goes on. We get pissed off like a motherfucker when we see white people blaming black folks for some shit that they done did knowing that they didn't do it. We get mad at a motherfucker. And them white folks going to hiding. You don't see them motherfuckers no more. You don't see them no more. And so therefore we shouldn't see Jussie Smollett no more. I bet not see that nigga get no contract for no movie. He better not be in a movie next year when he get out of jail or directing movies and shit. What? His career should be gone completely. If this is Tom Cruise doing this shit, blaming 2 niggas for some shit, for 2 niggas beating him up and talking about black power, and only come to find out that he was lying, man, Tom Cruise loses his whole career. He gone. Believe that. Believe it. Right now, with all the political pressure, Tom Cruise be gone. And case in point, I can tell you, case in point, look at Mel Gibson. Okay, soon they got videotape, audio tape of him saying nigga, man, he ain't been the same since. They've been trying to get rid of him for a while anyway, but he ain't been the same since. It took him to say nigga on audio for him to lose his career. So I can tell you right now, if this is Tom Cruise saying that 2 niggas beat him up in Memphis, Tennessee, or Denver, Colorado, and he said 2 niggas beat him up in Denver, Colorado, man, he'd lose his whole career. And Jussie Smollett should lose his whole career. He should never be back on television again. Ever. I wouldn't give that nigga nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He should get nothing. His career should be done. And black folks should disassociate themselves from that motherfucker. Because if we don't disassociate ourselves with it, then white folks will say, well, since they can give a nigga a chance for blaming white folks for some shit that we didn't do, well, maybe we could bring some of our white people that lost their careers because of some shit they said about black folks. Maybe we should get them back their career. Maybe we should get them back their career. They forgave Jussie Smollett, so let's let us forgive some of the white folks that said some fucked up shit about some black folks. Maybe like Michael Richards from Seinfeld. Maybe we should let him come back. You know, he lost his whole career when he started saying nigga on stage. Lost his whole career. He couldn't get back on TV ever again. Ain't seen him since. That's fact. You go look at it. His career has been done for almost 20 years. You can't get him on TV. Okay? Straight up. Now we can't say nothing if his career gets revived. Can't say shit. Because Jussie Smollett, he got his career back. That's how I see it. I say kick Jussie to the curb. He is no good to the black community. Kick him to the curb. He's done. Moving forward, want y'all boys to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for a player. It's your boy King Marko signing out. Jussie Smollett, you're done. I'm out.